All right, well, it doesn't really matter if you're a big sports fan or not. Most of us will always remember where we were and what we were doing when we heard about the tragic helicopter crash that took the life of Kobe Bryant, his daughter, Gianna, and 7 others. It's hard to believe that that terrible day was exactly 1 year ago. He was a sports legend. They were all fathers, daughters, mothers, and sisters, all gone far too soon, but we will always remember.
He was a hero, a role model to a lot of us that didn't have role models.
We're all just heartbroken. This is one of our heroes. You know, we know his older girls. She's a basketball player in her own right. Kobe would take her to the games, and he enjoyed being a father. And
Kobe and Gigi were going to a 2 p.m. game at the Mamba Sports Academy, and Kobe was going to go coach the game.
His daughter was his buddy, his best friend. They were at games together. He coached her. He was showing her the mama mentality way.
The Lower Merion School District community is deeply saddened to learn of the sudden passing of one of our most illustrious alumni, Kobe Bryant.
We're learning some of the identities of the people who were on the helicopter. We have a tweet from Orange Coast College. They announced the passing of Orange Coast College head baseball coach John Altobelli.
John Altobelli was the head coach here for 28 years.
He put basically his life into this. He loved doing this job. This was his dream job.
Hundreds of people out here, and they're all looking at the hillsides behind me where that crash occurred, where investigators continue to work into the evening.
Dozens of people have gathered here. We've been seeing people come all day, place flowers outside of the Mamba Sports Academy. This is his legacy. This is how he gave back to the community.
Thousands of fans gathering to remember NBA legend Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, they started gathering there very early after the crash, and the crowd seems to be gathering by the hour.
There have been hundreds of people here all afternoon into the evening, writing post-it notes on the wall here next to this mural with a tribute and remembering a man from not what he did only the basketball court, of course, what he has done off the court.
There's only one way to honor the Mamba and his stellar career.
Yeah, and that was by saying thank you.
Kobe. Yes! The best finisher in the game has just done it again.
Thank you, Kobe. Thank you for 20 years of thrills. Thank you for a work ethic second to no one in all of sports. Thank you for the passion, the commitment, the love of your craft, and the sheer force of your will. Thank you, Kobe.
All right, well, obviously, this brings back so many memories watching that, and obviously, this is such a heavy topic to still talk about a year later. He was so important to so many, those that he didn't even meet. Guys, what do you think of when you think about the life of Kobe Bryant? And Molly, you can start.
I mean, it's tough. And when you just watch that tribute, when you go back to what it was like a year ago, you lose a legend, and Kobe Bryant. And I've heard LeBron James saying, yeah, everyone dies, but legends don't die. And what was so difficult about that day is news just slowly trickles out. It's breaking news for everyone. It hits so close to home because, yes, it's a guy like Kobe Bryant. We've discussed tragic passings, but then it humanizes it when there's young children a part of that helicopter crash, and families and lives that have been forever changed and forever impacted. I think it just hit so differently for everyone because there was such an intimate aspect to it. It humanized it all. It wasn't just Kobe Bryant in that helicopter crash that day.
Exactly. And what do you think his lasting legacy will be, Walker?
Oh, I think that he has an effect on every single player in the NBA today. You know, even guys that you read about in stories, giving stories about their experience with Kobe Bryant, even guys like Christian Wood, who is playing for the Rockets right now, was someone that couldn't stick with a team because he was late to practice here and there, and that's why he was never able to really realize his full potential until a couple of years ago when he said he was able to adopt that Mamba mentality. I think that he was able to touch the lives of a ton of different basketball players, not only in the NBA, but in college and everybody growing up. And to see Kobe so happy at the end, not to see the fierceness of Kobe Bryant constantly, to see him open up and to be emotional and to show so much love at the end, I think that's what made it all that much harder. It's still the most emotional show I've ever done, along with Molly, the day after when we had to talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. We will always remember Kobe Bryant's life and legacy.